you too. See you, hobbies. Thanks for visiting. Bye. I'll miss you. Well, this is why we always come over and check the campsite as soon as the campers leave. These guys are still going pretty good. So we'll get that doused out real good. We gotta clean this out anyway. The level's getting kind of high. Well, chances are this won't be a problem, but there's always that slight chance. Strong wind could pick up. Get some embers into the brush here. There we are. And there it is. Takes me less than 5 minutes really to get a site back in shape. Just rake up, usually around the fire pit, some of those coals out of there. As you saw, this is still smoking a little bit, so I'm gonna douse that some more, and that's actually gonna go in the dumpster once it's totally out. I'll let that sit and soak. And site is ready for the next campers. Well, greetings all. We're coming at you from the camper van here. It's kind of a chilly morning this morning. What time is it? I don't have time source anywhere here. 9:30 a.m. Getting a late start this morning. It was a little chilly, so I stayed cozy in bed. So I am going to get some of my ground beef vegetable soup going here. So I'm browning up some ground beef, and I usually do this in my slow cooker, my electric slow cooker, but I think today I'm going to do it in my stovetop pressure cooker, because I can get it done in like 10 minutes instead of half of the day. And I'm going to want to start snacking on this sooner than later, so I don't feel like waiting around. So I'm going to get this beef going, chop up some carrots, celery, onion, get some garlic and potatoes, throw it all in there and do it up. We'll have some hot soup, warm me up. Okay, I got that ground beef browned up. I'm going to get these yellow potatoes chopped up. So today is a Saturday here in the campground. We have, let's see, 8 sites occupied, which is one of the busier weekends we've had here all summer, and it is winding down to the last couple weekends here. So most of the campers are here to hunt. It is bow hunting season for elk. So there's quite a few groups here, groups of maybe 4 or 5. Actually, there goes some guys coming back in. And they set up, I'll have some footage to put over this. They set up these big tents, these big group tents, so they can have their stove in there to stay warm, and use it as base camp to go out and try to bag an elk. So my supervisor just came by to pick up the fees for the week, and it was actually the highest amount that I had to turn in the whole summer. So it is obviously has been the busiest week this week. Didn't really seem like it until the weekend came, and I just noticed all the sites are occupied. So, 8 sites full, and we got 3 of the sites with groups of either 4 to 6 guys. So it's taking a little bit more running down to the bathrooms and making sure there's toilet paper in there and leaving some extras. But otherwise, going really smooth. I'm really looking forward to moving on from here. I see a little new addition here. I added a computer monitor to my little office setup here. I can plug my laptop into it. This is just a small 13-inch laptop, And it's just over the years, my eyes are just getting to the point where I need a bigger screen. So got it set up to where I can sit back on my chair here, my fold-out chair, and have a nice big screen so I'm not squinting and straining my eyes. So it's been really awesome, really enjoying it. So anyway, what's next here? Celery. Do up a few stalks of celery here. So a trick someone showed me for keeping celery fresh in your fridge, your 12-volt fridge, wrap it in paper towel and put it in a bag. And it really keeps it from getting all soft and springy. This has been in there for almost 2 weeks and it's still super crisp. So nice little tip. So today is Saturday. This coming Wednesday, the host from up above, he's 5 miles up the road at the other campgrounds up there. He's going to stop by and pick me up. We'll be going into town. The company provides a camp host dinner for all the hosts. We get together and it'll be a nice time because we kind of don't see each other all summer. So I'm sure we'll be able to swap some stories and, let each other know how it went at each of our prospective campgrounds. And also just a good indicator that the season is coming to an end. I'm really surprised how fast the season went by, but also these last couple weeks I think are going to kind of stretch out. I'm getting a little itchy. I could actually take off now and be okay with it. All right, next up, carrots. We should be good. Just going to go with a couple carrots. These are long, skinny ones. And if there's too many carrots, it kind of makes the soup a little too sweet for my taste. So it's also really starting to cool down here. I was looking at the forecast. Looks like next week we're going to have a couple days where the high is only 50 and the low is going to be 30. So below freezing. So I think really quickly it's going to start to get quite chilly around here. And I think it's going to time out to where right about the time my departure date is that it's, going to be the threshold of that. I do have my diesel heater and, it keeps me warm, but yeah, I've been here all summer. I'm ready to move on. Okay, so this is my stovetop pressure cooker here, just for a stovetop gas or electric range. This will work on an induction cooktop, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it's made by Hawkins. It's a 2-liter. I always get asked every time I show this. But anyway, just going to toss everything right on in there. Still got some onion to put in. Only problem with this pressure cooker, it is nice for one person because it's small. It's nice and compact to keep in the van, but you're also pretty limited because you can't fill it all the way up, otherwise it overflows. So you can limit it to about 3/4, and I'm just about there already. So I'll add some water, some onions, my seasonings, and about 20 minutes later we're going to have some soup. Really only takes about 7 minutes cook time up to pressure to get all the vegetables cooked, and then it takes about maybe 7 or 10 minutes to let it cool down and decompress, to depressurize. So I have been getting a lot of questions about where I'm going to go from here after this job, and I'm kind of not going to disclose that quite yet publicly. I do have a plan, so I will of course be bringing you guys along for it, but and I think I might be out of garlic. Gonna just have to settle for garlic powder. Let's see, I do think I have some onion powder. Yeah, garlic powder. Alright, so for seasoning on this, I'm using some garlic powder because I do not have any fresh garlic, I don't think. And then my main base, I've showed this before, I use this Knorr chicken bouillon kind of powder. I usually don't measure it. It's kind of eyeball it. I don't know, maybe a teaspoon, tablespoon, probably tablespoon. Just to kind of richen up the beef flavor. And then I'll usually do a dash of the W sauce. A little more. And then I have this smoked paprika that adds some nice flavor. Kind of give it some color too. And what else? I usually go with just a little bit of chili flakes, not to make it, see, that's too many. Glad I poured those in my hand first. There we go. Just a few flakes there. And I think that's about it. Water will be the final ingredient. Just kind of bring that up over the level of everything in there. Really what happens if it's overfilled, when you put the top on your little pressure valve there with the weight on it, if it's too full, the liquid will actually come up out of there and it can make a mess. So you have to be careful. It can be kind of dangerous. Anyway, we're going to get this on the stove, get it heated up and up to pressure. Here. There we are. All right, that did not take long at all, and that'll be enough soup for probably me to just snack on all day. It's going to be like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. As that's heating up, I'm going to give a little taste test on my broth. Of course, those celery and carrots and onion are going to flavor it all up as it cooks. I think we're about there. I forgot black pepper. Go in with a good dose of black pepper. And I think that's about it. I don't really need salt. That bouillon powder has its own dose of salt in it, so I think we're going to call that good. Got top on. It's a pressure cooker. You basically just, once you have the lid on, wait till you see a little bit of steam. You can kind of hear it in there boiling. And then you put your top on, bring it down to low. It'll be up to pressure. I usually leave it up to pressure for a recipe like this for no more than 7 minutes, usually 5 minutes. It's surprising how fast a pressure cooker will cook something like potatoes and carrots and celery. So really quick, the time is just in the heat up and then the depressurizing once you have the heat turned off. So it's really only under flame for a very little time. So that's that. Get that done, and we'll check in with y'all in a little bit. So let that sit for, gosh, a good 10 minutes. No pressure, so I can take the lid off. It's already smelling good. Oh yeah, beautiful. Let's see. Nice. Plenty of broth. Last time I made this, I didn't put enough water in. Give that a late taste there. Ooh, good flavor. Cool. Get a bowl of that going right now. Yep, lost my spoon. Ooh, that is hot. Okay, I'm gonna dig in. Well, it is a beautiful morning out, but I'm actually going to sit in the van and have this soup because we have a busy, full campground, and I just want to eat this in peace. It's not that I don't like chatting with the campers, but I've found that a lot of times, as soon as I sit down to bite into my meal, that someone comes up and wants to chat, which is fine, but every now and then I just like to have a meal in peace. I'll finish this up and get outside, make my rounds around the campground, spend some time in my camp. We are approaching departure time for me, so I got to get my stuff straight. I've got to get my trailer cleared out, ready to get my motorcycle loaded up in there, my van all ready to roll. So the next week I'm going to be busy doing most of that. A storm rolling in. The peaks have disappeared in the clouds. Whoa. That was a good one. Well, that happened fast. We just got a ton of hail and rain. It's still raining pretty good, but it downpoured heavy. And we've got somebody in site 4. I just warned them. They came in. That's the site that floods. And their tent is right where the stream runs by, so not good timing. All right, I guess I got to take down my sunshade. Hail hammock. Yeah, that came down good. That river running down. I had just warned these guys that it floods down there. So they're probably gonna move. They just got here late last night. Try to catch people before they come in, but we really need a sign or a cone to put up when we know it's gonna be rainy. That left a nice pile there. Yeah, I gotta call my supervisor. This site needs a cone. We need to be able to close this off. Because look at, I mean, it is just rushing down here. Of course, they didn't have to put their tent right here where all the water rushes by, but yeah, it is like right in front of their tent. And it just makes this waterfall down here. So they need to do something, some diversion, put in a culvert, because that's no good. Either that or there needs to be a sign up that it floods. It's all the way back here too. I just talked to my campers there in Site 4 again. They're going to move. You know, rain's coming down again, so they're going to tough it out, let the rain let up, and they're going to move their camp up there. Well, greetings all. We are coming at you from the campground. It is an absolutely beautiful day today. The temps have been dropping, but it's kind of stayed steady. The high is about the low 60s and the lows in about the mid 30s. So getting chilly, but still pretty comfortable. The trees are turning quickly. Let me turn this camera around. All the aspens are starting to yellow right up. So it's been very neat in camp. Every day I wake up the last week or so. Trees are just a little bit more yellow. These ones have been behind here, but they're just starting to turn over the last day or so. And then up on the hill here, through my campsite, all the trees up on the hillside. I'll zoom in. So pretty. Some of those behind these aspens here are starting to turn red. But anyway, I have only 3 days left at this campground. My job here is over, so I'm going to be moving on. So I'm getting my trailer cleared out. I use my cargo trailer to store a lot of the equipment that they provided for me. If I didn't have this, they probably would have provided a cargo trailer for me for the duration of the job. So there'll be a few things I leave behind, of course the big water tank and the yard tools and everything. So I'm getting all that out of my van and have to decide what they want to do with this cart with the firewood. Probably have someone come pick that up. And then yeah, I am going to be rolling on. So up top here, I got to make sure I got my campsite all cleaned up. Got a few things left in the bear box. And yeah, this is my spot right here for the morning. Just sit here in the sun and warm up and just check out the trees and the big peak over there. It's been a really awesome opportunity. This is probably one of the best experiences I've had as a nomad on the road, doing this campground host thing. It's just been an amazing summer here. All these aspens. I've been static parked here for 3.5 months. So I've gotten pretty comfortable with not having to move the van much. So I've got stuff everywhere I need to consolidate and take advantage of the dumpster here before I leave. Get all my trash dumped and stuff that I don't want to bring with me. And then I think I'll wait till maybe Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning, and get hitched up the day before I roll out. I plan on rolling out Monday morning very early, probably 4 a.m. I'm going to try to get a good amount of miles behind me the first day of driving. Departing from here, and then you guys will slowly figure out where I'm going. I'm going to keep that a surprise for now. Okay, so one of my campers have been hunting back in the wilderness back here. I'll zoom in, you can probably see smoke right on that ridge line there. That's not clouds. So that storm that rolled in on Monday, lightning struck out there, and there's been a log out there smoldering, and it's starting to get worse with this wind. So it's been reported, I guess, a few days ago, and it just takes them a long time to get a crew out here. It's something that's so far in the wilderness and so small, it's just not top priority, but they are going to send a crew out to check it out. So it's starting to smoke more and more. The wind is picking up, and it's supposed to be windy all night. There is a slight chance of rain tomorrow, and I'm supposed to leave in a few days anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get packed up and hitched up. I don't think it's that serious. Okay, we got our fire response crew out here. This is put together by the U.S. Forest Service. The way they handle these lightning strike things out in the wilderness, they just can't bring out like the local fire, fighters that would just delocalize them, and if they had a problem that they were needed in their actual jurisdiction. So they assemble a crew, so they're going to hike out, verify it, and then they make the decision based on what they think it could do. So it's good to see someone out here. It's currently not smoking right now, but it was yesterday. So the wind is picking up today, and it is heating up, so they think it's a good idea to get out there, and I do too. I thought I was going to have to evacuate yesterday. Well, this is my second to last day here. It was about 6 p.m. in the evening. Getting some more rain. I think this is going to be an almost all-night storm, and it possibly could turn into snow in the middle of the night. We shall see. I think it would be so cool to see a dusting here before I leave. Great way to end the season. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got a light dusting up there last night. That looks like snow. Just very light on those rock cliffs there. Usually not that white. That won't last with that sun shining right on it. I was hoping we'd get a light dusting down here. It's a beautiful morning though. This tree's lit up. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for this one. I did get word from the fire crew that went out there. They did find that smoldering log, and they were confident that it's going to put itself out. That's just kind of how they manage these situations. A lot of times they don't put fires out, they just manage them. So their word is that in the future they do hope to have some small controlled burns in the area due to all the down timber. So that's the situation there. Did not have to evacuate, and I did not hitch up yesterday. But I need to do that today. Today is the day that I need to get all ready to roll first thing in the morning. I'm on the fence if I'm going to leave really early before sunrise or just have a casual departure. But I'm going to miss this place. It's been a very special experience. I just want to thank you all for being a part of this very special time in my life, and thank you to all you that have been with me since the beginning. All these different seasonal jobs and living life on the road. It's been quite the experience, and I appreciate y'all being a part of it. Hope you're all doing well out there, and we'll see you soon in the next one. Take care. Peace.